What's up, what's up, what's up? So today I ended up taking 2 trades. Usually I don't take 2 trades, but a very good setup formed actually, and I kind of broke my rules on my first trade. I didn't wait for a continuation. I got everything else though. The 3 other steps, the fucking 5-minute confluence, 1-minute break, and then I didn't wait for a continuation, so that was my fault. Totally could have avoided the first trade. I lost 164 on the first one, and then I ended up taking another one. It was a long, made 228, and then I came out on the day with plus 64. So made my loss back and then plus some. So let's get into it. So we had this high, pretty sure. There. That's probably a 4-hour low. Yep. And then we had all-time highs, which we did not hit. That on here. We would have this fair value gap, this all-time high, probably that low. I'll see in a sec. That low. Then I can just mark that out. Oh, that was on the 4-hour. Okay, whatever. So that was pre-market. Okay. All right. So when we opened, bro, not too much was happening. There was quite a bit of volume. There was also CPI this morning. Let me see. 6:30, so that's an hour before market opens for me. CPI is actually some heavy news. So that was all of this move. We had no SMTs right here, swept on both, ended up floating to the downside, inversed and broke structure. A little later we ended up forming a gap right here. Itsy bitsy gap. Honestly, this looked pretty good to me. Like, it was pretty obvious we were heading down to these lows, but I forgot to check ES just barely. Realized it was a lot higher. So, but the thing is, we hit equilibrium, and I thought that was a pretty good confluence to go even lower. I just didn't realize like how much lower we had to go, which it's not too big of a move, but it's definitely lagging compared to NASDAQ. So I ended up entering, dude, come on, bro. Hold up. This is so annoying, bro. I ended up... Bro, come on. Are you really gonna do this right now? Hang on. I don't know what's going on. Okay. So I'm pretty sure I ended up entering on a 5-minute reaction. I had stops. Since we had this 1-minute fair value gap right here. Shoot. Whatever. I ended up placing my stop like right there pretty much. Just because if I put it all the way up there, it would have been a pretty big stop. And then take profit was right here. Actually, originally it was like this, but that TP, that RR was not good. ended up moving it right there, and just entered right there. Price got pretty close. We ended up forming a 5-minute SMT, and pretty quickly after, I ended up getting stopped out. So here's that 5-minute confluence, 5-minute fair value gap, and then we had no inverses but a break right here on this candle right here. And when we started dumping like this, I knew I wasn't going to get the best risk to reward. I just thought it was so obvious. I kind of got lost in a bias, or like in the want on this trade. I ended up just entering purely off of a 5-minute and then a 1-minute confluence. I should have waited for like at least equilibrium or just some 1-minute just continuation, bro. This fair value gap got inversed, and yeah, so literally that would have stopped me from even taking the loss. So there's that. Moving on to my next trade. Literally right after, I had to switch my bias, 820 to 10, 820 to 10. From there, this was actually pretty quick. We were already in bullish order flow. Let me just move this. Actually, whatever. Already in bullish order flow from this up right here being closed above. Plus that inverse, I guess you could say. Then from here, I waited for the first 1-minute continuation. Not the doji. That does not count for me. I don't enter off those, no matter what color it is, because it's just an indecision. Enter right there. Pretty sure stops were right there. And then I ended up just targeting this 1-minute high. Right there. Pretty sure this was also... I took it off of the break even. Or shit. The equilibrium move. Not the fair value gap, but whatever. I guess it's both. Ended up taking a while. I got edged so hard, so many times. I ended up closing on this wick, literally the wick before I ended up getting my take profit tapped. I think it was like, yeah, like right there. Which has happened 2 or 3 times now, which I just really don't want to end up freaking... I should probably just not do that anymore. Like stop myself out. Anyways, 5-minute confluence was the SMT, 1-minute break, then a 1-minute continuation. If I waited for the continuation, I would have prevented this loss. I guess not too bad. I don't usually take 2 trades a day, but this setup was actually pretty fire. Pretty sure later in the day we ended up going all the way up here, but price was hesitating really hard to even take out this 1-minute high, so that's why I kind of just took myself out right there. Day was pretty simple. Honestly, not that bad. Trying to just think. The reason I also just stopped myself out is because I'm just trying to like unlock that mental barrier of a payout, bro. I've never had a payout, and if I secured today, I only have one more $200 trade to get, then I can get a payout. I don't even care if it's like $10, bro. I'm just trying to see it, but I actually do want to see if we ended up hitting any higher highs. See, after all that consolidation. Okay, so that was a 1-hour high. I definitely could have extended my take profit a little bit, but whatever. I'm happy with what I got because I I'd rather do that than freaking lose or go break even. But I guess it was basically break even day. I think I might change up my strategy just a little bit, targeting session highs and lows. And I'm probably going to end up just completely waiting for 2 of the 1 minute confluences, because I feel like my win rate's been going up like that. But other than that, dude, this month is already off to a way better start than than last month. Let me calculate specifically just this month how much I'm up, because last month I was down 1,093, but that was across 2 accounts, so I'll call it like 540. But this month I'm doing 1 account. So 1 sec. So I'm up 803 just this month. So if you doubled that, I'd already make back last month plus like 600. So I guess I'm off to a good start. Anyways, peace.